You reached a checkpoint in your recommend when someone is talking about their issues. Hey alt divas, it's your favorite unmotivated bisexual artist, and before anyone says anything, I have to use a robot voice because Mother Nature thought I had it good for too long and I caught a flu, making my voice sound like a dying goat. So pretend the robot voice is mine. Wait, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, my rant about my parents expecting perfection in my life, my crippling mental health, and how that affected my life. Anyways, like everyone, I have a plethora of issues, though it seems like barely anyone brings awareness to these topics or tend to mask these problems because it's the way of life. And in my opinion, no matter how common an issue is, it shouldn't be ignored, and I want to share my voice so I can help others feel less alone in the simulation we call life. I bet you've heard the following sayings: you're only young once, or you gotta do everything when you're young from parents. And look, I don't need a divine intervention to know that is total BS, because I believe that it is never too late to do something in your life. We all go at different paces at life, and no one should feel ashamed about that. And forcing yourself to do anything when you're not ready yet would only lead to disappointment. And being in high school, I hear those words a lot from my parents. And while yes, I understand it may come from good intentions, I understand they don't want me to regret my high school experience and become a soulless adult with a 9-5 cubicle job. But I don't think that's gonna happen if I don't want to go to some random homecoming with greasy food and ear-deafening rap music. People often forget that not every person wants to have the same experiences as them, and it often leads to mostly parents dogpiling activities, responsibilities, and pressures onto their kids because they don't want them to miss out on being young. But when parents control their kids on how to live out their high school years by what they think living out their youth means, it'll make a lot of kids who desire other experiences to feel alienated amongst their peers and family. And are they really living out their youth if their parents are instigating these ideas and pressure onto their kids? Yeah, I don't think so. I've certainly felt this way even before high school, but it's only gotten worse when I entered high school, more so socially and academic wise. My parents want me to be a perfect model student, having a girlfriend, and go out to all the social events, partying with my classmates, and breaking news, I don't want none of those of things. And while I know I can never be at the standard my parents want me to be, nor do I want to achieve that standard, it fucking hurts when your parents expect perfection out of you. Even if you know no one can be perfect, you have to live with your parents grinding their beliefs and driving the point home that you have to be this perfect person so young in life in order to feel complete. And it doesn't matter if you have a heart of steel or the confidence of someone reading spicy fanfiction in public, their comments will get to you. And why I say this? Because I've been there, as someone who I say is pretty confident, and yes, enough to read fanfiction in public. My parents' comments about being at the top still get to me to this day. It doesn't matter how many self-positive affirmations I use, how much I tell myself that their standards are impossible and ridiculous, or how many times I choose to focus on myself. I relapse into this negative thinking pattern at best, and at worst I completely shut down when I'm reminded of what my parents say about me. It's been why I've been mostly inactive when it came to my creativity for around 2 weeks back in July and didn't post anything for a month. Because I was stuck in this vicious cycle of hearing my parents' words in my head, relapsing, then shutting down. Do I recommend this type of reactions? No, not at all. All it did was made me feel isolated amongst my family, and in return I was unable to do any of my creative hobbies for half a month. Huzzah. But in all seriousness, reactions like these only cause to hinder your spirit, and will make you feel more trapped in your body, often feeling lost, numb, like you're behind an invisible wall, only going higher as you look up. And speaking of invisible walls, what if we have that, but also add the feeling of everyone else being all to jump over that wall with ease? So yeah, not only I feel shitty about being unmotivated, being told I have to complete a whole lifetime of goals to be happy, and feeling like I want to crawl out of my own skin, I also have to deal with the feeling that everyone is moving on without me, especially at school. Like okay, being a queer Asian guy, and not being liked by your classmates all that much for being different is hard enough for me as is, but it's another type of difficulty when you see them living out their teen years, having fun, making memories at school events that sometimes I want to go but I just watch on the sidelines, knowing the most I'll get is a good small conversation, and nothing more, and at worst, feeling stupid for putting myself out there and avoiding people for days. It doesn't even stop with classmates, also friends as well. I have a few experiences of me feeling left out with my family when friends come over, but this one takes the cake. A few weeks ago, my friend and I hung out, and we had a blast. But it all came tumbling down when my parents invited him over to my house, and chatted for a bit. This didn't bother me at all. I mean, my parents wanted to get to know my friend better, nothing wrong with that. What got me spiraling was seeing how much my parents' expressions lit up every time my friend mentioned something my parents wanted for me. All the friends he made, his 4.0 GPA with an all AP schedule, and being the golden child my parents never had when it came to me. The thoughts of knowing deep down, if my parents could choose between me and my friend without any past history, they'd choose my friend. Feels like I'm never enough. And since my parents care a lot about image and want me to be a normal looking son, with dressing more alternately, I've faced hurtful comments and judgments from my parents about my style. They'd even get other family members to agree with them, and fail, thank God, and try to agree with them, making me feel even more alienated amongst my family. Look, I know not everyone's going to like or want to wear the same things as me, and that's fine. I like what I like and they like what they like. But trying to make someone feel bad for getting something that genuinely makes them happy and making a big deal out of something that isn't one at all, it can feel restricting and anxiety inducing. Wondering when they'll come around so you don't have to deal with their harsh words, or if they'll even come around at all. But this combined with my parents' expectations barely made me feel like I had any independence in my own house when it came to stylized choices, which led to me being jealous of my friends, or other people that were able to have full choice in their style, hair, or ones who didn't had to hear their parents place crippling pressures onto them and didn't had to self-affirm themselves into knowing that their standards are ridiculous. All I'm saying that it must be nice being able to rock an alternative style and have your parents not care, because what I have to do is sneak it into my backpack or pockets, and then put it on when they aren't looking, praying they don't come to the same place I'm planning on going to. But it shouldn't be like this. I should be able to wear whatever feels comfortable and makes me happiest without worrying about my parents making me feel ashamed for wearing them. I shouldn't have to affirm myself that their standards are impossible. I shouldn't feel jealous of my friends for just having parents not caring about what they wear as long as they are safe. I shouldn't feel so alienated, period. And you, my lovely viewers, might be like, it's probably just a rebellious streak of you not wanting to listen to your parents, and while I get that's what it may sound like, we have to factor in that their standards and judgments alone already send me to a negative spiral, and how many chances I give them to come around, and for them to accept the fact that I don't want the same things as them, and that's fine. Constantly throwing away past experiences, and making the same mistakes again and again. Because we're human, we all fuck up. Even with all of this considered, I still realize that this is my life, and I have chance to make it mine. So I won't let anyone dictate what makes me happy, and what hopes and dreams I want for myself. And honestly, my parents' hopes for me, it helped me find what I actually want for myself, even if said things are different from my parents. And that's okay. And even with my parents' high standards, my thoughts, and the feeling of being lost, I won't let it get to what I want for myself. Nor will I try to conform to those challenges. I won't let it destroy my personhood. Thank you for listening to this long ass rant or vent about some stuff I want to get off my chest. Also, for anyone commenting on this video, please do not comment anything hateful to anyone I mentioned in this video, because I don't want to start a whole battle in the comments section. Nor do I want someone to be deemed as the villain, because I want to spread my voice and creativity. But for now, see you in the next video, alt divas.